Porto Covo, Portugal. If you're looking for the raw, breathtaking Portuguese coastline, the one with the secret base, impressive cliffs, mystic caverns, and a village that feels stuck in time, you have to visit Porto Covo. It is a great spot for a hiking, beach, and nature vacation. But is it a good spot for a big dog like Abacaxi? Let's find out.
So, you found the perfect destination, but is it perfect for your doggo? From dog-friendly cities and vacation stays to the most epic walks, Paws on Tour has you covered. We're Ben, Mel, and our very best sister's boy Abacaxi, and we're here to help you plan the next adventure with your doggo.
Sightseeing and eating out. This village might look simple, but it has a history that goes way back. The Romans used the nearby Pesigueiro island for processing fish centuries ago, and you can still see the ruins of two old forts built by King Philip II to fend off pirates. But the real history here is about a wealthy businessman named Jacinto Fernandes Bandeira. In the late 1700s, he essentially founded and designed this town from scratch, hoping to create a major port. While that never quite happened, his vision is why the village has this beautiful, unique and well-organized square and style today. Sightseeing here is all about the stunning nature. Every little bay is different and has its unique caverns, cliffs and beaches. And a set of unique stairs of death. The stairs down to the bays are indeed quite steep and sometimes very old, narrow and partially without rails. But that shouldn't stop you checking out the amazing bays. Deep breath and down you go. Just make sure you either have your doggo off leash so they can make the way down themselves at their own pace, or practice with your doggo to go down steep and narrow stairs without dragging you into the abyss. You can also hike parts of the famous Fisherman's hiking trail to nearby beaches. You meet a lot of hikers when staying in Porto Covo, and they have of course proper hiking gear and equipment doing the whole trail. We stayed there in October, and with the weather being mostly sunny and warm, we walked parts of the trail just in sandals without any hiking gear. But that said, we only walked a few kilometers to the nearby beaches. We didn't do 20 kilometers of the trail in a row or something like that. When you check out the different beaches, you can also have a look at the Ilha do Pessegueiro with the mentioned fort ruins. It's really something to look at. The village is really small. You can visit the main street with some shops and restaurants, and there's a little square with a church. When it comes to eating out, you have some nice options. The typical local Portuguese cuisine at some small restaurants at the main street and at the Praia de Porto Covo. The food there was nice, but to be honest, it wasn't super good and it was quite expensive. We would instead recommend the La Bella Vita restaurant, really yummy Italian food, normal prices and lovely stuff. Abba was afraid for some reason the first time we went there, and the wonderful people working there put in so much effort to befriend him and make him feel comfortable. It was super sweet and funny. Another nom 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 option is the restaurant and hotel Mute. The view from the seating area upstairs is breathtaking, the food is really good, and also here Abba was very welcome. It is more on the pricey side though. In general, Abba was welcome everywhere we went. Every restaurant has a patio outside so your doggo can chillax while you eat. Walks. This is where Porto Covo shines. As mentioned, you have immediate access to the Fisherman's hiking trail. The coastal path along the cliffs are usually wide, quiet, and offer some of the best views in Portugal. But when hiking with your doggo, be rather on the safe side and have your dog on the leash. For a lot of parts, the trail is directly at the steep cliffs and you don't want to risk your pupper misstepping there. There are also areas where the trail leads through sandy dunes, and here we could let Abba roam freely without losing any sleep over it. Our absolute favorite beach is Malhão, about 20 minutes from Porto Covo by car. The cliffs there are so interesting and beautiful, and with low tide you can walk from bay to bay and even over to the next beach. In October, the ocean was still perfect for swimming or showing everyone how not to bodyboard. When the tide is high and you feel adventurous, you can climb over a bit of a rocky stretch at the first bay to get to the longer part of the beach. Well, apparently you can also just take the stairs directly leading to this part of the beach, but we somehow missed them the first time we went there. Abba loves it at Malhão because you can also hike up the dunes and walk a part of the Fisherman's Trail. That mix of beach and dunes makes for a great walk. Running, sniffing, jumping into the waves, chasing the ball, perfect for a big doggo. You will meet people and other dogs at the beach, but the trail above in the dunes, you will only very rarely encounter other doggos. So this might be an option if your doggo is not into meeting other dogs. Our second favorite is the Praia de Samouqueira. Wild, impressive bay with a lot of spooky caverns. You can walk there by going to Praia Grande first. With low tide, walk through the next bays, take the stairs up at the last bay, and follow the road until Praia da Samouqueira. The walk takes about 30 minutes to get there. All of the bays and beaches are amazing. The only one we did not enjoy so much was further up north above Sines. Sines is a small town with an important oil refinery and several petrochemical industries. It also has the main fishing harbor of the Alentejo region. At the old harbor and small beach it is quite nice, but overall the city and the beaches above Sines were not our favorite. If you're looking for a change from the hiking and beaches around Porto Covo, drive 30 minutes to Vila de Milfontes. There you have a very nice bay and beach as well, a very nice restaurant at the beach with a great view. And you can rent paddle boards, surfboards and kayaks there. We tried kayaking with Abba there for the first time and it was super cool. Would have not thought that he's up for it, but the baby horsey was super brave and got on board. What an adventure. Just remember, during high season on most beaches dogs are officially not allowed. You know, officially, but still something to keep in mind. Accommodation. As always, finding a hotel that allows dogs is a challenge. Same is true for Porto Covo. The Porto Covo Praia Hotel and Spa allows dogs, but only up to 20 kilos, and they take 25 euros per night dog fee. I am slowly getting annoyed with you hotels out there. What do you think our dogs do when staying in your hotel? You are aware that our dogs do live in nice homes without destroying everything and peeing everywhere, right? Anyway, luckily also here in Porto Covo you can find a lot of holiday flats and houses that welcome your dog. Some with extra fees, some without. We stayed at the Casa da Bairro by Estilo Lusitano in the middle of the village, and we did not have to pay any extra fees for Abba, which is really great. The house was spacious and nice. We do recommend. Remember, we are not getting paid by any Airbnbs or restaurants, so our recommendations are solely based on our experiences. Infrastructure and transport. Porto Covo is a small village, so don't expect big city infrastructure. There are a bunch of small local shops for groceries, but you won't find, for example, a pet store. Make sure you stock up on food before you arrive. There's also no vet in Porto Covo. You would have to drive to Sines or Vila de Milfontes for a vet or pet store. For transport, you really need a car here. The village is very walkable, but public transport to the Fisherman's Trail access points or larger towns is limited. Plus, having your car gives you quickly access to those less crowded dog-friendly bays slightly further north or south. The special thing. The stunning nature is really the special thing in Porto Covo. It is wild and calming at the same time. The little bays are just magical and you have so much nature to explore with your doggo. Conclusion. If you want a vacation away from the big cities, days full of hiking and beach adventures, Porto Covo is the place to go. We stayed for 2 weeks and did not get tired of the truly amazing environment. The village and people are welcoming to big dogs, so if you come prepared with dog food and book your accommodation early, this is one of the most rewarding and beautiful stops you can make along the Portuguese coast. If you enjoyed this guide, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel and see which location we explore next. Thanks for watching.